the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
Good Thursday morning, everybody. What up, Cornbread?
What up, Beanz? Good morning, everybody.
Hope everybody's off to a wonderful start to their Thursday. And cheers, cheers, everybody. Good morning, Amber. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday.
Good morning, Boxman. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Deb. How are you, dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ma. Hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Dee. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Crystal. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Kay. No worries at all. I hope you are having a wonderful morning. Be safe, dear.
Good morning, Kimmy. Hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Heather. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Mama Brew. I hope you are having a great morning.
Good morning, Brother Gary. Absolutely, man. I feel like Casablanca in this bitch. I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki C. I hope you're having a great morning.
I hope everybody's off to a dope-ass start to their Thursday. Is everybody ready for a wake and bake in this bitch?
Yeah.
For real. I'm in a super noir mood, and I'm going to play the song I did yesterday. Cheers, everybody.
Woke up slow, no plans today. Sun creeping in through the window shade. Coffee brewing, that rich warm smell. Feels like time just stopped a spell. Blanket still wrapped around my side. Feet on the floor, eyes open wide. Take a deep breath, stretch and lean. Hit the flame, let the smoke stay clean. Sunrise and steam, that's all I need. A little bit of peace and a little bit of weed. No rush, no noise, no messages ding. Just a quiet morning, let the kettle sing. The world can wait, the light feels right. First hit, first sip, starting to ignite. Sunrise and steam, breathing in deep. This is the kind of calm I wanna keep. Couch is calling, so I sinking low. Cup in hand, moving real slow. Birds outside doing what they do, and I've got nowhere I need to move. One more hit, that easy glow. Thoughts like clouds just come and go. That mellow buzz, the caffeine high, balance perfect under a cotton sky. Sunrise and steam, that's all I need. A little bit of peace and a little bit of weed. No rush, no noise, no messages ding. Just a quiet morning, let the kettle sing. The world can wait, the light feels right. First hit, first sip, starting to ignite. Sunrise and steam, breathing in deep. This is the kind of calm I wanna keep. Sunrise and steam, still holding tight. Little bit faded, but my heart feels light. Windows open, no need to speak. Let the morning stretch another week. Sunrise and steam, I'm good right here. No alarms, no doubt, no fear. Coffee and calm, that slow routine. Waking and baking in the softest scene.
Good morning, Brittany. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, CJ. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Brother Cops. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes, I've been a 1930s detective all fucking morning and just like jamming to like the most noir jazz I can find. Chet Baker, Miles Davis, what was the other? David Shire. Another one I found it. Yeah. It's been a dope ass Thursday morning. I'm excited for today. We got some This Day in History coming up here after 420. Chilling in the Cove this afternoon. Play some dodgeball, and then week 50 of Turf Wars tonight. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
That is holy shit.
Yeah, we'll have some Dodgeball News Network this morning. We'll have a sports themed morning speaker for our morning. Man, thank you to everybody that tuned into the rebrand rewatch last night. That was crazy. That was a fucking blast from the past. I watch it about every 6 months, but it's been about 6 months since I've watched it, and it's always a good refreshment. It's always a good like realignment.
I literally thought that both of you were gonna cry last night.
I'm surprised I didn't. Normally I do. But definitely bigger, better things. Couldn't have made a better decision, honestly. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you. Nice shout out to the entire team from Cove-TV Europe and Man Bear and Cornbread and Kels and Magic and all of you incredible people. Hey, good morning, Ash. How are you, dear? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. It's been a wild journey, and I'm super excited for the future.
Me too. Oh, you're waiting on Kaylee.
What do all of you amazing people have going on today?
Nothing.
Yeah. It's been a learning experience. We're gonna put it that way. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun though. I truly have no idea what the fuck else I would be doing if it wasn't for Cove-TV. Everybody in the Cove.
Touché.
Absolutely. Everybody that makes this possible every day. If it wasn't for everybody watching, I'd just be sitting up here getting high, looking at the sunrise by myself, and that sounds lonely. Hey, good morning, Man Bear. How are you, brother? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We are 3 minutes from 420. So ridiculous sunrise this morning. Super duper pink.
Ooh. Super duper pink.
Super duper pink.
Let's fucking go.
We'll smoke for 420. Just chilling. I don't know. I got up pretty early this morning. I got a lot of shit done this morning. Heck yeah. That's dope, Heather. Yeah. It's been a weird ride.
It's playing with a kitten yesterday because they have their eyes open.
Nice.
Cute
They're
little
so dang cute.
cute little shits, but they hiss at me.
Cute little bastards. Steve's passed out right here. Morgan's passed out right here.
Athena's just sitting here staring at me like I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what. You've been let out. You have food.
Been watching a lot of stuff on Revolutionary War.
Nice.
I'm up to like 1770, the fall of 1776, beginning of 1777.
Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's crazy. There's so much like little things here and there that you don't think of or that you don't catch in history class, or I didn't anyway. And I was like, dang.
This final countdown.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Every time that I see Final Countdown, I'm like, that's the song.
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
in my head.
It's so wild. It's like a theme for generations, for real. So many, like, I don't know. It's happy 420, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Cheers. Hell yeah, Mama Roo. Let's go. Yeah, it's super nice out here this morning already. Was outside hanging out with Morgan for a little bit this morning, and
It's rainy.
it's I don't know, let's see what Laverne looks like. I bet Laverne's decent, but the sun's gonna be super up already, but that's all right. Yeah. That's probably pretty close to what it looks like here.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything cool planned for today?
I have an eye appointment.
Oh, snap. What time's that? Dang, Ma. Hopefully the sun comes out, dry some shit up. It's weird. I can, like when I step outside in the morning, I can smell the topsoil from the farms in the air, and I fucking love that smell. Or like the smell of like chopped silage. I love that smell.
Yes. Yeah, I have it at 1 o'clock today, so get to pick out some new glasses.
Ayo.
Cornbread's gonna be wearing glasses from now on, like she's supposed to be.
I had looked into getting contacts. I don't think I can poke myself in the eye.
Contacts are not the problem with me. I can put I've had colored contacts in. Taking them out is a problem. But I can't have contacts because of the stigmatisms in my eyes and my lazy eye.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap. Yeah, that does not sound pleasant. It's like hog barns around here, like, I don't know, they're pumping shit into fields because they'll like take the liquid shit out of the hog barns and put it in tanks, and then they'll like directly inject that shit into the ground. Reeks. That shit smells so bad. It's horrible. You can smell it for miles around, and they're just out there dragging triple tanks of fucking liquid manure and just pumping that shit straight into the ground. It's dope, but it's gross.
I'll fucking take a video and show y'all. It happens literally across the road from me. So yes, I'm used to that smell because it's across the road from me. It's farm life. It does stink, let me tell you what, but you get used to it after a little bit. After so many years. They were just the other day when it was nice out, they were just like basically like mowing like the dirt and shit like that, making it all like, I don't know, look pretty and type shit.
Good morning, Kinley. How are you, sweetie? I hope you're having a wonderful morning, dear.
Hi, Kinley.
Be safe, Kay. Keep us updated, please.
Yes.
Hot knives save lives in the morning. How are you doing, Jody? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. So, like, all of these squares, pretty much, like, that's all farms. That's all farmland. Like, yeah, that's all farmland.
Damn.
Everywhere. That's why it's like, see the grid? Those are gravel roads. That's why I say when everything is gridded the fuck out, it's exactly how it is. You go a mile and there's an intersection. You go a mile, there's an intersection. Intersection. That's how it is forever. I mean, like, all of these little lines, those are all gravel roads.
Yeah, that's fucking
forever. I mean,
that is crazy.
Yeah. It's all farmland.
You're
like
welcome.
there's like a lake or a forest in places, but like
that is so. Talk to you later, Kay. Safe. Be safe. Everything. Love you so much.
You got to get up north to start to get into. Yeah, see, now we're starting to get into like northern Minnesota.
Yeah. Okay.
Foresty type shit up over here. Like the grid really starts to break apart. But like, you could drive from whatever fucking town this is to whatever fucking town this is on nothing but gravel roads. I bet you wouldn't have to hit tar except for to cross it, like to go across it. You know, at a stop sign or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is nuts.
Nothing but farms everywhere.
We have a couple. Like, the closest farm that's to me is about like 5 minutes.
Last night, me and Kosty were joking about him coming and getting a kitten. And we were like trying to figure out the logistics of it. And I was like, I remember the last time we talked, like me and you talked about where you're at in New York. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're like 20 to 30 minutes from the Canadian border.
I am.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, that's a fucking long drive.
Ryan was trying to hint to him. He's like, so when you come get the kitten, he goes, go that way. That way.
I love you, Kosty. I'm not sure if you're still listening, but you ever want to see that dude just melt, show him a kitten. Like, for real. Like, he was like, oh my goodness. It was so fucking great. We were in mid-conversation, and it was just like, oh my God, it's a fucking kitten.
Because I was all excited to show it, like, to show somebody.
It was adorable.
To show somebody them because they have their eyes open now. So, like, I can handle them without my cat being like, hey, what the fuck you doing?
Give me my baby back.
Yeah, bring my kid back. I'm surprised that she did not chase me all the way down here to be like, what are you doing? But she actually stayed up there. So I was like, okay, so I obviously have her trust type thing. So I had to show somebody them, and they're just so cute little fluff.
They are ridiculously cute. They are so tiny.
They are super tiny.
All right, we'll play a song, and we will do some This Day in History. This is a new one I just finished mixing down this morning, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
Eyes blink open, the light rolls in. Steam from the mud, warmth on my skin. The sky spills gold across the bay. The sun climbs slow to start the day. I stretch out slow, let my shoulders fall. The hush outside says it all. I spark one up, hear the chimes in time. This morning hits like a moment that's mine. Smooth as the smoke from a slow first pull. Hot cup in hand, heart feeling full. Rays on my skin, no plans today. Just me and the sea and the soft sun ray. Just take a breath, warm like a note. Drifting along in a sunlit coat. Smooth as the smoke, calm as the tide. This is the life I hold inside. The porch creaks soft as I shift my weight. Not in a rush, never running late. Salt on the air, heat in my chest. Each little moment feels like rest. No need for noise, no need for screams. Just open sky and my own dreams. Another sip, another spark. The world lights up and leaves it smoke. first pull, hot cup in hand, heart feeling full, rays on my skin, no plans today, just me and the sea and the soft sun ray. Nothing to chase, nothing to prove, just this moment, I don't need to move. Smooth as the smoke, deep as the blue. Mornings never felt this true.
Good morning, RJ. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Christine. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Dale. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. Much love, man. Beezy, have a wonderful day, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. The Jazz. Something else lately, man. The shit just hits just right for some reason. Don't ask me why. The Jazz is ridiculous, Gary. I don't even know what else to say about it. I wish I had more information, but man, all I know is yes. So much yes. All right, we do got some This Day in History coming up. It's freaking May 29th today. Who let that happen?
I don't know.
Right?
But like, damn, slow down.
Oh, wait, it's Thursday. It's Cornbread's fucking fault.
Fuck!
Yes! Damn it, Cornbread! Slow the clock down, please.
Fuck.
Kossi and Manbear have been wanting that clock fixed for a while. I told him I ain't doing it. It's on you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't yell at me.
All right, everybody, here we go. The one, the only, the Vicki Bowers. Much love. Here we go.
Welcome back. Today's subjects carry on with the theme of resilience, rebirth, and moving forward. As always, we'll have a word, a song, and a quote in addition to the topics we'll talk about. So grab your favorite cuppa, sit back, and let's have a look. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for May 29th. May 29th is the 149th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 150th in leap years, with 216 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is rampart. Rampart is a noun that means a protective barrier, a broad embankment raised as a fortification, which usually has a parapet on top, a wall-like ridge, as of rock fragments, earth, or debris. For example, the ancient castle was surrounded by a high stone rampart protecting it from invaders, or the villagers gathered behind the rampart seeking shelter from the strong winds. The word rampart comes to us from French, ultimately from Latin. First known use of the word rampart is in the 1530s. Rampart. And with that, Constantinople had been made the capital of the Byzantine Empire over 1,000 years earlier by Roman Emperor Constantine the Great. The city had been besieged many times in the ensuing centuries, but taken only once during the Fourth Crusade in 1204. The Black Death in the 1300s diminished the population of Constantinople by about half, and they just never quite recovered. The population of Constantinople continued to diminish due to economic difficulties and general weakening of the empire. And so it is that in the spring of 1453, the Ottoman army laid siege to Constantinople. After a 53-day siege, the Ottoman army, led by Sultan Mehmed II, who, by the way, was only 21 years old at the time, Constantinople fell to the Ottomans and was made the new Ottoman capital. This was a pivotal event in history, as, for one thing, it marked the end of the Roman Empire, which had lasted for around 2,000 years. How did they do it, though? Physical security of a place like Constantinople in that time relied on ramparts and thick walls. The walls of Constantinople were some of the best and most effective of the time. but a couple of factors served to overcome Constantinople's defenses. One factor would be the diminished population of Constantinople. Also, the use of gunpowder used to shoot massive cannonballs into the walls, creating holes through which the Ottoman army could enter. This Ottoman army, who vastly outnumbered what was left of the population of Constantinople, overcame the city. The taking of Constantinople had a profound impact on Europe. Greek scholars had gone to various city-states throughout the empire and cultural exchanges, and after the conquest, some of those Greek scholars who had been in Constantinople fled and went west, bringing with them documents and knowledge. This led to a revival of Greek and Roman studies, and we know this revival as the Renaissance. Encyclopedia Britannica says that many modern scholars agree that the exodus of Greeks to Italy was a result of this event and marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the Renaissance. As to the renaming of Constantinople to Istanbul, there are differing explanations as to what the word or name Istanbul means or where it came from. One is that the name Istanbul has something to do with Islam, and the other is that it was derived from a Greek phrase that meant to the city, like we're going to the city. Wherever the name Istanbul came from, there's evidence that the Ottomans were calling the city Istanbul since before the conquest. Interestingly, the city wasn't officially renamed until 1930 under a revision of Turkish postal law. And if memory serves, we may have touched very lightly on that when we talked about the song Istanbul, not Constantinople, by They Might Be Giants. So there you go, the fall of Constantinople. Rhode Island was admitted as the 13th U.S. state on May 29, 1790. Wisconsin was admitted as the 30th U.S. state on May 29, 1848. Today's song is Help Me Rhonda by the Beach Boys. This one was written by Brian Wilson and Mike Love with lead vocals by Al Jardine. The premise of this song is that a fella liked a particular girl, but she chose someone else. So the guy in the song is asking Rhonda to help him get over her. Of course, everyone wants to know who he's talking about, but Brian Wilson made a point of specifically mentioning that the Rhonda of this song is not based on a real person. Released in March of 1965, Help Me Rhonda was the Beach Boys' second #1 hit after I Get Around from the previous year. We find it today reaching the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 on May 29th for the first of 2 weeks. Help Me Rhonda by the Beach Boys. Link in the description. How about that? I think we could reasonably say that whether it's an empire, a political shift, or a personal heartache, today's episode weaves around how individuals and societies rebuild after loss. And the quote I found for today really exemplifies an attitude that's helpful for getting through the difficult times. It is, only in the darkness can you see the stars. Martin Luther King Jr. All righty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
That's dope. I was hoping she was going to say something about not Constantinople, the Istanbul, not Constantinople song. Much love, Vicki B. I hope you're feeling better. And thank you for This Day in History every morning. And please make sure you're following Vicki on all of the platforms that she mentioned. Don't miss out on anything she's got going on.
Absolutely. Yay, Mama Roo, you're home. Cheers.
Yay. Well, It's perfect timing for our. Oh, I don't even have the now playing ready. The Beach Boys.
Yes, yes. Please feel better, Vicki. For reals. Hell yeah, Mama Brew. Time to wake and bake. Is there a fly really bothering you? I'm sorry. I don't know where my fly swatter is. I think mine hit it on me.
All right. Here we go. Our song of the day. Help me, Rhonda. Let's fucking go.
Well, since she put me down, I've been up to and in my head. I come in late at night and in the morning I just lay in bed. Miranda, you look so fine, and I know it wouldn't take much time for you to help me, Rhonda, help me get her out of my heart. Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. 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 Help me, Rhonda, help me, R Help me, Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my heart. She was gonna be my wife, and I was gonna be her man. But she let another guy come between us and a share our plan. Rhonda, you caught my eye, and I can give you lots of reasons why. You gotta help me, Rhonda, help me get her out of my heart. Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. 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 Help me, Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my heart. Help me, Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my heart.
Whew.
Such a great song.
Such a great song. That was a good one. Oh, much love, Mama Roo. I love the morning shows. I love all of our shows, but the morning show holds a special place in my heart. Always has. Always will. That hit kicked my ass a little bit. Let me do some digging quick. Help me. Okay. What's that? Okay, here.
Okay, so if y'all thought that the kittens were cute, wait until she has these puppies.
Oh man. Hey, thank you, Gary, and thank you, Crystal. It's been dope having you around, Gary, for real. You're pretty good about not missing a morning show, man. For real, for real.
Yeah.
It's a long song. It's a long one. I don't know what else we got.
Let's see. How long has it been since I've been helping with the morning show?
I'm gonna say 3 months. I don't know. If I was a guessing man, I would guess 3 months. I don't really honestly know though.
I don't either. I really don't. I don't, because like I said, it's like sometimes it's a routine, like, and I still woke up this morning baked as fuck. That indica cake is good.
I got up super early this morning. I got up like a good half hour, 40 minutes before my alarm went off. Laid there for a little bit. Coffee is always usually ready by the time I get up. So then got coffee, and I just kind of slowly started my morning. And then, honestly, I was messaging with Coffee, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" I was like, "I got a lot of shit done this morning."
I woke up, or I heard Ryan's alarm, so I woke him up, so that way, he wasn't late for work or anything like that. So I tapped on him, and I'm like, "Hello, it's time to get up." So he got up. I fell back asleep, and then I got up a little after 7.
Okay.
And then let the dogs out, fed them, and all that good stuff. That was basically that's my morning routine before I get up on the show. And getting the little corn muffins off to school. Actually, my sister did that this morning. Thank you, Gary.
For real.
Even though it's my fault today.
Usually is on Thursdays.
Every Thursday. It's Cornbread's fault. Gosh darn it. And Beanz had to fucking call it out too, and I'm like, darn it.
Darn it. All right, let's play a song. I'm gonna start looking for a morning speaker. We got Dodgeball News Network this morning. Hope everybody's having a dope ass Thursday morning. It's a ridiculous sunrise, and I'm going back to the Jazz.
That is pretty.
It's ridiculous.
It's pretty.
Cool. I hope everybody's having an amazing morning. I've got a good morning speaker lined up. We'll play one more song and dive into that. Are you still smoking on the Girl Scout cookies, Cornbread?
No,
What you get now?
that's all gone. We are on to the birthday cake.
Oh,
And that's an indica.
what? Oh,
That's an indica, so like that's kind of kicking my ass.
hey, napping cornbread today.
But it's okay. It's, oh my fucking God, look at that.
It's
Just
crazy, isn't it?
Look at it. It caught my eye. Like,
Oh, look at it.
that looks so pretty.
This is like by far probably my favorite sunrise camera. I just wish.
Oh, there's
like,
a boat.
It's a little boat.
A little boat.
Just a little boat.
Just a little one, guys. Just a little
Yeah,
one. Little boats matter. I don't know. Funny
Hey,
thing is,
tugboats matter too.
yes. Funny thing is, so my sister is getting ready to leave. She literally goes out the front door. And then in order for her to come and talk to me without her dog seeing her, she comes into my door. She goes, I had to sneak down here. I was like, are you hiding from your dog? She goes, yes. Because she goes, I'm trying to get ready to leave. And I got a couple of things to do. I was like, all right. She goes, and then we thought we heard her coming because it's a screen door so she can see right through. Like Amara can see right through it. And I was like, you better hurry up and go before she finds out that you're out here and she can hear you. My mom's dog came to the door, so my sister hurries up and hides over there.
I
was like,
great.
I said, it's mom's dog. I said, hurry up and get out of here. So she literally just left. I was like,
I couldn't even stand up without Morgan, like at least acknowledging and looking over at me.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, Angela. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Yes. Oh my God.
All right, we'll play one more song and then we'll dive into our morning speaker, everybody. I hope you all are having an amazing morning. I hope everybody's loving the jazz this morning. It's Casablanca in this bitch. I'm sorry. All right, everybody. This morning speaker, I'm very excited for this one, is the one and only Mr. Tony Dungy. He is Super Bowl winning coach of the Indianapolis Colts. He's coached some other teams.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
Here we go, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm pretty much like all these guys today. When I found out I'd been elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I just couldn't believe it, even though our 10-year-old son, Justin, had promised me this was my year. You know, I'm now the 10th Steeler from the Super Bowl 13 team to be enshrined. But you could have won a lot of money in '78 if you bet that I would be one of those 10. I remember making a tackle my rookie year and Dwight White asking in the huddle, "What's your name again? How are you still on the team?" So it really is kind of a miracle that I'm here, and thrilled to have my Steeler roommate and should-be Hall of Famer Donnie Shell present me. Seriously, though, when I got the news, my first thoughts were of all the people God placed in my path to help make this possible. It started in Jackson, Michigan, and I couldn't have had a better upbringing. I'm just sorry that my parents, Wilbur and Cleo Mae Dungy, aren't alive to see this, because they would be so proud. My dad always preached to us to set our goals high and to not complain about negative circumstances. Just look for a way to make things better. My mom taught us that as a Christian, your character, your integrity, and how you honored God were so much more important than your job title. One of her favorite Bible verses was Matthew 16:26. What would it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? And I know that she's happy to know that her son never forgot that verse. My sisters, Sherry and Lauren, and my brother Lyndon were always there for me as well. Both sides of our family, the Dungy and Dean grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins have been great supporters for me and tremendous role models. So many of them are here tonight, and I'd like to thank them for being who you are. Had a lot of excellent coaches growing up in all sports, but I really have to thank my high school football coach, Dave Driscoll. I came to him as a 14-year-old who felt like I knew it all. And Coach Driscoll helped me become a good player, but more than that, he helped me become a leader. He taught me how to think the game. Woody Woodenhofer and Tom Moore were the coaches who recruited me to the University of Minnesota, and I thank them for impacting my life. Woody would end up coaching me with the Steelers. And Tom Moore, you heard Marvin talk about Tom. Well, Tom rode with me on the very first plane ride I ever took, my recruiting trip to Minnesota, when I was scared to get on the plane. He was my quarterback coach as a freshman, and then 33 years later, he was our offensive coordinator in Super Bowl 41 with the Colts, and he's still coaching now, and I owe him a lot. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Woody. And a big thank you to our head coach of the Gophers, Cal Stoll, who told us as freshmen that he expected us to be uncommon, not just average. And that thought has stuck with me throughout my life. Well, after 4 years of playing quarterback at Minnesota, I expected to continue doing that in the NFL, but it didn't happen. In 1977, even though the draft was 12 rounds long then, I didn't get picked. and I was devastated. But it just is one example of God's plans being better than our plans. Woody and Tom were now in Pittsburgh coaching, and they convinced Chuck Noll to give a guy who'd never played any position but quarterback a shot at another position. I have to say that $2,000 signing bonus I got didn't last long, but I ended up gaining a lot more than money. Chuck Noll would play a huge, huge role in my life and teach me so much about the game of football. But in our first meeting, he said that even though we were now professionals and were being paid to play the game, we shouldn't make it our life. There was more to life than just football, and he wanted to help us find our life's work. Coach Noll, Art Rooney Sr., and Dan Rooney lived that out every day in the way they led the Steeler organization. There were so many great players on that team. A lot of them up here right now as I speak today, and they all had an impact on me, but none of them more so than Donnie Shell. Donnie took me under his wing, and I learned so much from him, not just about playing safety, but about being a Christian athlete, a husband and father, and a teammate. Thank you, Donnie. Well, after getting a Super Bowl ring my second year, I experienced another disappointment, getting traded. But again, the Lord was using disappointment to help me grow. With the San Francisco 49ers, I got to play for Bill Walsh and see another system. And Eddie DeBartolo was instilling the same principles in his team that I'd seen with the Steelers, doing everything in a first-class and family way. Well, my playing career only lasted one more year, and suddenly at 25 years old, I was looking for a real job. That's when Coach Noll called me and gave me that chance to start my life's work. Coming back to Pittsburgh was the beginning of my coaching journey, but there was another blessing in store for me, meeting my beautiful wife, Lauren, the love of my life, my biggest supporter, and my greatest blessing. Lauren spent the first 27 years of our marriage as a coach's wife, making so many sacrifices. And there's no way I'd be here tonight without her. Marrying Lauren also gave me another family, the Harrises, who provided plenty of love and support over the years, and also plenty of armchair quarterbacking. Our first wave of children came soon after we got married. Tierra, Jamie, and Eric's lives were typical of assistant coaches' kids. Moving every few years, leaving friends, making new friends, and they did it without complaining. Now, our second wave of kids, Jordan, Jade, Justin, Jason, Jalen, Jaden, and Jayla, well, they had a little more stability. Jordan and Jade were able to experience some of the perks of being the head coach's kids, but they also had their disappointments, like when Dad couldn't come to a birthday party or a school performance. But all 10 of them know I love them, and I hope they know how much I appreciate their sacrifices. Well, getting to that head coaching job was a long journey, from Pittsburgh to Kansas City to Minnesota. 15 great years and a lot of wonderful people. But I have to thank two people in particular. During my 4 years with the Vikings, Tom Lamphere, our chaplain, met with me weekly, going through the book of Nehemiah, to give me a picture of biblical leadership that I would use to guide my teams. Thank you, Tom. And Denny Green. Denny went out of his way to teach me the responsibilities of being a head coach. Taught me about things on and off the field. He did it because he wanted to see me become a head coach, and he wanted me to be prepared and be ready when that opportunity came. And I love him for that. But as much as I appreciate that, the thing I'm most grateful to Denny for is that he made sure his assistant coaches had quality time with our families. He let my boys come to camp and be around their dad. He made sure we were able to be husbands and fathers as well as coaches. And just as Coach Noel had done, Denny showed me that you could win doing it that way. I thanked him many, many, many times over the years, but I really wish I could thank him one more time tonight for everything he did to help me take that final step. And that step came in 1996 when I got the job I thought I'd never get, head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I thank Rich McKay, who headed up the search, and Brian Joel and Ed Glazer for their confidence in me. And I'm especially grateful to Malcolm Glazer, who was so supportive and so loving and gave me so much practical advice. Our family enjoyed a phenomenal 6 years in Tampa. 1997 was probably my favorite year in coaching. We made the playoffs for the first time in 15 years, and the Bucs fans went crazy over their team. And those fans still remain special to me to this day. Losing my job in 2002 after a playoff loss was another painful disappointment. But again, God used it to lead me to a blessing. That's when Jim Irsay called and gave me the opportunity to join him and Bill Polian in Indianapolis. Like Rich McKay, Bill had an exceptional eye for talent, and he built a tremendous football team. We had a lot of fun over the next 7 years, highlighted by that Super Bowl 41 victory. But I'll tell you, the most satisfying part was doing what Jim talked about in that first phone conversation, connecting with our community and making the Colts an integral part of the Indianapolis landscape. I'd like to thank you big time, Jim and Bill, and the Colts fans. Okay? You made us feel like native Hoosiers, and our family loves you. But the biggest reason I'm here tonight is the people I was able to work with during my 13 years as a head coach. I had fantastic assistant coaches in Tampa and Indianapolis, and some awesome staff people. I wish I had time to recognize them individually because they were the big reason why we were successful. And you don't win in the NFL without players, and was I ever blessed with players? Again, I'm not going to recognize them all individually, but so many of them are here tonight, and I'm going to ask them to stand while I talk about them. There's a bunch up here on this podium I'd like to stand, guys who played for me. There's some in my section. They're in Marvin's section. If you played for me, I'd love for you to stand up so I could recognize you. As you see, several of them are in the Hall of Fame already. Others are certainly going to follow them. And there's no doubt these guys are responsible for me being up here today. I thank you guys. I love you, every one of you. Thank you. I'm so honored to be in the same Hall of Fame class as Marvin Harrison. We spent 7 years together, and I know how hard Marvin worked, how much he sacrificed to be the best, the very best he could be. But that just exemplifies every one of those guys. All of our players were so special, and I want to thank that group of men, Steelers, Chiefs, Vikings, Bucks, and Colts. not only for their dedication on the field, but for buying into what we wanted off the field, for embracing their roles as leaders in the community. I love you guys for that as well. And finally, I'd like to say a special thank you to 10 men: Willie Brown, Buck Buchanan, Ernell Durden, Bob Ledbetter, Elijah Pitts, Jimmy Ray, Johnny Rowland, Al Tabor, Lionel Taylor, and Alan Webb. Now, those names might not be familiar to you, but those were the African-American assistant coaches in the NFL in 1977, my first year in the league. It was a small group of men, just 10 of them, if you can believe that, 10 African-American assistant coaches in the entire NFL. Many of them never got the chance to move up the coaching ladder like I did, but they were so important to the progress of this league. Those men were like my dad. They didn't complain about the lack of opportunities. They found ways to make the situation better. They were role models and mentors for me and my generation of young African-American players like Ray Rhodes, Terry Robisky, and Herm Edwards. We were in the 80s trying to decide whether we could make coaching a career or not. Without those 10 coaches laying the groundwork, the league would not have the 200+ minority assistant coaches it has today. And we would not have had Lovie Smith and Tony Dungy coaching against each other in Super Bowl 41. So tonight, as I join Fritz Pollard as the second African-American coach in the Hall of Fame, I feel like I'm representing those 10 men and all the African-American coaches who came before me and paved the way. And I thank them very, very much. The Lord has truly led me on a wonderful journey through 31 years in the NFL. Through some temporary disappointments to some incredible joys. I cherish every single relationship that I was able to make over those 31 years, and I'll always be grateful to the National Football League for giving me my life's work. Thank you, and God bless.
I effing love Tony Dungy. He is a hell of a coach. I thought he was the first American coach inducted in the Hall of Fame. That's crazy. I didn't realize there was one before. Dope. We do got Dodgeball News Network coming up. We are 3 minutes past 4:20. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. And let's get out of the jazz groove and we'll pump things up a little bit. Cheers, everybody. You all right down there, Cornbread?
No, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck she's doing.
Having puppies?
No, she's like fucking like trying to squeeze like right in front of me between me and the table. And it's like, no, girlfriend, it ain't gonna work.
Morgan will try to do that shit. But one day she jumped up and she hit her back on the corner of the table. And like, I thought she broke everything, including herself.
So I'm like, what are you doing? And then she's looking at me like, I want to go OUT, but it's raining out. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna stay out there long.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
The sun's awake, sky painted gold. Coffee's hot like a bowl to hold. The cove's alive with ocean breeze. Tropical rhythms flow through the trees. Be in the sand, morning lights aglow. We spark it up and let the smoke flow. A fresh new day, no need to rush. With every hit we lift and hush. Pump it up, it's the morning flow. So quick the sunrise, let the good vibes grow. feels right. Tropical rhythms guiding the light. Palm leaves sway, waves kiss the shore. One puff in, who could ask for more? Another sip, another spark in hand. Morning magic spreads across the land. No worries here, no stress or rush. We move to the beat with a gentle hush. Pump it up, it's the morning flow. So with the sunrise, let the good vibes grow. Cove skies high, clouds in the air. Pump it up, breathing without care. Feel the warmth as the morning ignites. Smoke and sway in these cold blue lights. Pass it around, keep the moment bright. Pump it up, let's take flight. Pump it up, it's the morning flow. Toke with the sunrise, let the good vibes grow. Cove skies high, clouds in the air. Pump it up, breathing without care. Feel the warmth as the morning ignites. Smoke and sway in these cold blue lights. Pass it around, keep the moment bright. Pump it up, let's take flight.
Much love. Yes, it's been a great morning so far. I'm a huge fan of Tony Dungy. He's a ridiculously good coach. I've always had a lot of respect for him, and I've always kind of loved his coaching style. The shit that he's done with teams that were like not very good, to say it not in a bad way, it's pretty crazy. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, we'll play some Blackmill and jump into Dodgeball News Network, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. And it's loading. Cheers, everybody. Dang, I love black metal. The synths are ridiculous. It's just good for your ear holes.
Your ear holes.
Oh, much love, Mama Roo. That's dope. No worries, no rush. All right, everybody, we got Dodgeball News Network coming up. What up, Dan? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, brother. All right. Here we go.
Good morning, Dodgeball fans, and welcome back to another thrilling Thursday on Dodgeball News Network. We're still coming to you live from the depths of Deep Dive Arena, the home turf of the determined yellow Submariners, where the echoes of last weekend's tournament still linger in the air, and the tension heading into today's matches is as thick as ever. It's week 7, and we're in the heart of the regular season. The race for the playoffs is tightening, the standings are shifting by the day, and with only a handful of games left on the board, the pressure is officially on. The hash hitters and chronic crusaders remain on there by week, which means today is a golden opportunity for the rest of the league to gain some serious ground. Whether you're fighting to stay alive, looking to climb into medal position, or try to turn momentum into a miracle run, every point counts. The wheel is waiting. The crowd is waking up. And you better believe today's matches are going to matter. I'm Dan Fielder. This is Dodgeball News Network, and the Thursday Showdown starts now. But before we dive into today's regular season clashes, let's rewind the clock and take a look at what went down this past Saturday. Because if you missed the action at Deep Dive Arena, you missed some of the wildest, grittiest, and most unpredictable dodgeball we've seen all season. It was a full tournament bracket for quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, and a final showdown. And by the end of the night, one team stood tall while others were left wondering what went wrong. So let's break it all down, set by set, match by match, right here on Dodgeball News Network. What a ride it was last Saturday here at Deep Dive Arena, where the Week 7 tournament bracket took center stage and gave us some of the most intense dodgeball action we've seen all season. With the chronic crusaders and hash hitters on bye, the rest of the league stepped into the spotlight, and what followed was a gauntlet of grit, heart, and wheel-forged chaos. Let's break it all down. Quarterfinals. Match 1. Terpene Titans versus Kodiak Kings. This one was a tone setter from the first whistle. The Kodiak Kings came out with fire, using their signature physicality and tactical ball control to pressure the Titans early in set 1. But Kells' Titans, known for their late-game resilience, clawed their way back with gritty hustle plays and a couple of key stuns that turned the tide. With bodies flying and tensions running high, it all came down to a climactic one-on-one showdown, where the Titans narrowly secured the win. Set 2 was even more volatile, foul-heavy, full of hard tags and strategic delays, both teams refusing to back down. Every point felt like a battle of wills. And once again, it came down to a single player from each side. When the smoke cleared, it was the Titans raising their fists, pulling off back-to-back one-on-one victories in the most dramatic fashion. Terpene Titans win 2-0 and secure a hard-earned berth in the semifinals. Match 2, Yellow Submariners versus Maple Leaf Rush. The Maple Leaf Rush wasted no time asserting control. Set 1 saw Nikki's squad launch a near-flawless offensive assault, barely giving the Yellow Submariners time to set up their defense. It was surgical, clean, and commanding. Amber's crew did what they could to rally late, but the damage was already done. Set 2 played out almost identically. The Rush were fast, fluid, and frighteningly efficient, with only a single foul in each set. The Submariners showed heart, but simply couldn't match the tempo. It was a technical clinic and a message to the rest of the league. Maple Leaf Rush win 2-0 in a performance that showed they're not just here to compete. They're here to conquer. Match 3, Ganja Guardians versus THC Troopers. This was expected to be a tight one, but Crystal's Guardians came in with a point to prove, and they delivered. Set 1 saw the Guardians execute a near-perfect blend of zone control and precision throws, neutralizing the Troopers' aggressive playbook. Just one foul in the set, a testament to their discipline. By set 2, the Guardians were fully in rhythm. They steamrolled through with a pace the Troopers couldn't match, nearly pitching a shutout in the process. The Troopers never stopped swinging, but it was all Guardians all the way. Ganja Guardians win 2-0 and march into the semifinals with style, poise, and momentum on their side. Match 4. Dabwheel Doomers versus Blaze Battalion. The final quarterfinal match was pure chaos in the best way. Set 1 was a brawl, filled with fouls, shouts, and desperation dives. Every hit was met with a counter. Every lead was fleeting. It all built to a fever pitch and a nail-biting one-on-one finish, where the Doomers pulled off the clutch victory. But Beanz' battalion wasn't done. They stormed back in set 2 with renewed focus, cutting down on errors and executing a clean, efficient set to tie the match. That set up a fiery set 3, where the Doomers found their rhythm early and never let go. Despite Blaze's best efforts, they couldn't recover as the Doomers surged ahead, leaving nothing to chance. Dabwheel Doomers win 2-1, booking their ticket to the semis in a tournament-defining battle. Semifinals. Match 1. Terpene Titans versus Maple Leaf Rush. This was one of the cleanest, most intense chess matches of the tournament. Set 1 was edge-of-your-seat dodgeball, with both teams trading momentum and showcasing sharp strategy. It once again came down to a nerve-wracking one-on-one, and Kels's Titans stayed ice-cold, delivering the dagger. Set 2 kept the energy high. A few early fouls created some cracks for the Titans to exploit, and once they gained that small edge, they pushed the tempo and locked in, finishing the set with poise and precision. Terpene Titans win 2-0 and advance to their first tournament final of the season. Match 2. Ganja Guardians versus Dabwheel Doomers. This was a bloodbath from the get-go. Set 1 was a chaotic, foul-ridden battle, with both teams going all out and no one giving an inch. It boiled down to, what else? A one-on-one slugfest, and once again, the Doomers came out on top, stealing the momentum. Set 2 began with a false start, followed by a renewed push from the Guardians, who seemed determined to flip the narrative. But the Doomers played the long game, gradually inching their way back until they had the Guardians isolated and then eliminated. Dabwheel Doomers win 2-0, proving they have ice in their veins and a taste for tournament gold. Finals. Terpene Titans versus Dabwheel Doomers. Two teams, one title, and a storm of dodgeballs between them. Set 1 was exactly what you'd expect from a final, explosive, tactical, emotional. The Doomers opened with controlled aggression, but the Titans responded with fierce counters. After a few pivotal fouls and a flurry of eliminations, the Doomers gained the upper hand and closed the set with authority. Set 2 had 2 false starts as the pressure ramped up. When play finally settled in, it was a tense dance of survival. Every move counted. Every shot mattered. Another one-on-one. Another chance to survive. And once again, it was the Doomers who delivered, rising above the madness and locking in their second gold of the season. Dabwheel Doomers win 2-0, capping off a legendary bracket run and etching their name deeper into the Season 5 story. What a run. The Dabwheel Doomers blaze through the bracket and walk away with their second gold of the season. Some called them streaky, some called them lucky. But at Deep Dive Arena, they were undeniable. And now, well, you knew it was coming. We go live to the post-game podium, where the Doomers head coach is standing by. Brace yourselves, Cove Crew. He's never short on words.
You all saw it. That wasn't luck. That was dominance. From the second we stepped into that arena, it was our house. Titans? Please. They're just overhyped heavy breathers. Guardians? They couldn't even spell defense. And as for the rest of the league? Take notes, that's how you win tournaments. We're not here to be liked. We're here to collect wins, medals, and respect. If you want a hug, go to therapy. If you want gold, get like us. Dabwheel Doomers are the standard now. Everyone else? Just background noise.
Well, there you have it. The coach of the Dabwheel Doomers, never humble, always loud. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. But while the Doomers celebrate their climb, the rest of the league is scrambling to keep pace. Let's take a look now at the updated Season 5 standings after that wild Week 7 tournament at Deep Dive Arena. The dust has settled at Deep Dive Arena, and after a tournament full of takedowns, close calls, and title chases, the standings have shifted once again. Some teams soared, others stumbled. And now, with just a few weeks left, the race to the playoffs is officially in overdrive. Let's take a look at how the league stacks up. First place, Chronic Crusaders, 22 points. Despite sitting out Week 7, Cove-TV's Crusaders remain perched at the top of the league, thanks to their unrivaled consistency in tournament play. With 4 podium finishes, including 2 golds, they've been the gold standard of Season 5 so far. But cracks are forming. A pair of regular season losses has raised questions about their ability to close out momentum late in matches. The Crusaders have proven they can survive the bracket. Now, they need to prove they can hold the throne when it matters most. Second place, THC Troopers, 13 points. Smoke's squad has emerged as the most stable force in the league. With 4 regular season wins under their belt, they've mastered the art of grinding out victories in high-pressure environments. Their lone gold from early in the season still shines, but they've struggled to return to the podium since. If the Troopers want to make a deep playoff run, they'll need to add more hardware to their resume, because consistency will only get you so far when the wheels start spinning. Third place, Hash Hitters, 12 points. Still the only undefeated team in regular play. Ash's hitters are surgical on the court. Their methodical pace, defensive discipline, and late-match confidence have made them a nightmare matchup. But here's the rub: no gold, no silver. Just 2 bronze medals and a growing sense that something big is still missing. If the hitters can turn their regular season dominance into tournament results, they'll become instant title favorites. Until then, the question remains, can they finish? Third place, Dab Wheel Doomers, 12 points. Nobody stirs the pot like the Dab Wheel Doomers. They've only won 1 regular season match, but 2 golds, including a Week 7 tournament rampage, have catapulted them into the top 3. They're unpredictable, emotional, and absolutely dangerous when locked in. Their chaos can unravel at any moment, but when the stars align, they don't just win, they destroy. The Doomers are proof that regular season records don't matter if you know how to dominate on bracket day. Fifth place, Ganja Guardians, 11 points. Crystal's Guardians have one of the most decorated resumes in the league, but also one of the most frustrating records. With 3 podium finishes, they've proven themselves in every phase of tournament play. But their regular season struggles are threatening to undo that progress. They're a team that plays up to competition and knows how to handle pressure, yet they've repeatedly failed to capitalize on early leads. With their playoff hopes still alive, it's time for the Guardians to translate talent into consistency. Fifth place, Terpene Titans, 11 points. After knocking out heavyweights and reaching the finals in Week 7, Kells' Titans reminded everyone just how dangerous they can be. Their 3-medal performance is proof of their rise, but the elusive gold remains just out of reach. Their mix of physicality and cunning has turned them into a tough out for any team, but costly fouls and inconsistent pacing have held them back from finishing the job. If the Titans can find that final gear, they may yet become one of the league's most feared contenders. Fifth place, Maple Leaf Rush, 11 points. Nikki's Rush are quietly becoming one of the most well-rounded teams in the league. With a balanced 500 record and a blend of offensive precision and defensive grit, they've now landed on the podium 3 times. Their Week 7 quarterfinal dominance showed what happens when they play loose and confident. If they can maintain that momentum, Maple Leaf could be the sleeper team that sneaks into the top 4 and makes a serious playoff run. Fifth place, Kodiak Kings, 11 points. Don't look now, but Manbear's Kings are quietly climbing the charts. With a 4-1 regular season record, they've been one of the most reliable forces in the league, but their lack of tournament success is a glaring gap. Their lone bronze medal hints at their potential, but fans are waiting to see them break through and win under pressure. They have the fundamentals. They have the record. Now, they need the statement. Ninth place, Blaze Battalion, 10 points. On paper, Beanz' battalion should be top 5. With 4 medals, they've proven time and again that they can go deep. But a 1-4 record in regular season play is weighing them down, and badly. It's a team with the skills, the experience, and the edge, but no consistency. Blaze needs to string together a few wins or risk becoming the league's biggest what-if story of the season. 10th place, Yellow Submariners, 5 points. Amber's Submariners have shown grit and grind, but they remain stuck in the lower tier. With 3 bronze medals, they've flirted with breakthrough moments, but their inability to close in critical matches continues to haunt them. Their teamwork is tight. Their energy is high. But without a silver or gold to show for their effort, they remain the underdog of underdogs. One big push could change everything, but time is running out. 10 teams, one dream, and just a few games left to carve your name into the playoff picture. The standings are a minefield, and with every match, the wheel could send a team soaring or spiraling. But don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll unveil this afternoon's Week 7 regular season matchups. And trust me, Cove Crew, there are some serious shakeups in store. This is Dodgeball News Network, and we're just getting warmed up. Welcome back.
Slow down, Dan. All right, we've got like 4 teams tied for 5th place, 2 teams tied for 3rd place. The Crusaders are still way the fuck up there. All right, we'll play a song, and then we'll that's still ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
All right, let me find a tunage.
It looks really pretty.
I like this one. All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. I think that like electronica music, EDM, whatever the case may be, anything like whatever, it gets bad rap. because everything's like, it's all like, and it's like, it's not all like that. You can get some super chillin' ass fucking electronica type, EDM type, like, man, chill step, vaporwave, mall soft. I can go on and on and on and on. Lo-fi music is just, that's a big, very, very big generalization genre. The synths are good for your ear holes. I'm telling you. All right, who's playing who, Dan? I think he's back from his coffee break. All right, what up, dude? All right, you ready? Here we go.
Welcome back, Cove Crew. And now the wheel turns again. With the playoff picture tightening, today's regular season matchups are high stakes from top to bottom. Let's take a look at your week's 7 Thursday afternoon showdowns here at Deep Dive Arena. Match 1, Blaze Battalion versus Kodiak Kings. It's a must-win situation for Beanz' battalion. With 4 medals and just 1 win to show for it, Blaze is clinging to playoff hopes by a thread. But they'll have their hands full with Man-Bear's Kodiak Kings, a squad riding a 4-1 record and known for closing out 10 sets. This is firepower versus structure, and a loser takes a serious standings hit. Match 2, Terpene Titans versus Ganja Guardians. A battle between 2 teams deadlocked in the standings at 11 points. The Titans are coming off a massive tournament run, while the Guardians are still riding momentum from 3 podiums, despite their record. Expect a gritty, physical matchup filled with fouls, comebacks, and maybe a one-on-one or two. This could easily be the game of the day. Match 3, Dabwheel Doomers versus Maple Leaf Rush. The Doomers are fresh off their second gold and riding high on ego and chaos. But Nikki's Rush have quietly become one of the most balanced squads in the league. This one's a wild card. If the Doomers stay focused, they could steamroll. But if they slip, the Rush have the discipline to capitalize. A win here puts either team in serious top-tier conversation. Match 4, Yellow Submariners versus THC Troopers. Can Amber Submariners finally turn bronze into a breakout? Or will Smoke's Troopers continue their climb toward the top spot? It's power versus perseverance, and the stakes couldn't be clearer. The Troopers are chasing first place, and the Submariners are fighting to stay afloat. The outcome of this one could flip the entire bottom of the standings. For matches, 8 teams, every game a puzzle piece in the playoff picture, and it all goes down this afternoon. So grab your snacks, rally your squad, and be back right here at Deep Dive Arena when the wheels start spinning again, because Dodgeball News Network will be tracking every throw, every foul, and every finish. We'll see you this afternoon. Let the games begin.
Much love, Dan. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, man. Thank you for the update. Appreciate you. Send our love to Mrs. Fielder. That baby's got to be like a year and a half old now. When did babies start walking? Like, not a year and a half? Like, that's later, right? He's probably still changing. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's still easily changing it. It's not even, they're still counting months. Right? How old does a baby got to be before you start calling it years old? Like 2, 3?
I don't know.
Well, because you ask somebody like how old, and the baby, right? If you ask somebody how old their kid is, and they're like, oh, he's 21 months old. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when does that transition happen? Like, somebody asked me, like, on my birthday, and they're like, how old are you? And I'm like 347 months old. I don't know. Random number. Think after a year. Okay, Ma. So then that baby's got to be like a year and a half old. I don't know. Watching and shit.
I don't know. My oldest, she started walking at 9 months.
Mm-hmm. But
So
that kid's throwing dodgeballs already. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday morning. I'm very excited. Don't miss dodgeball this afternoon. In week 50 of Turf Wars. Say what? Man, Red Cobras, we got to figure something out.
Yes.
We've been on a downward spiral.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, Christina. I hope you've been well, dear. But it's all right. We got this tonight. Let's go, Red Cobras. Let's go. Other than that, a pretty dope morning. we could play another tune or two. I've got some more no corn husks.
Haha. Haha.
All right. Well, this is super sense for your ear holes. Everybody, cheers.
In your eyes,
Here we go.
that's alright. In your eyes, in your eyes, it's alright. In your eyes. In your eyes.
Lambs. That's great. That's such a good song. Oh, snap. Well, I don't know. You want to call it a morning cornbread?
Yeah.
Go ahead and smoke one more with you guys, and we'll see everybody this afternoon for some dodgeball. Let's go Blazers.
All right. Much love, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for the morning show. It's always a great way to start your morning. Thank you, Beanz. Amazing. Let's fucking go. And it's dodgeball. Let's fucking go. Make sure you're following everybody you're interacting with, everybody you see up on screen, everybody in the co-production team, because you don't want to miss out what got going on each and every day. Let's fucking go. Stay lifted, stay positive, and I'll see y'all later.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been a dope ass Thursday morning. Great this day in history. I hope you're feeling better, Vicki. Please feel better. We appreciate this day in history every morning. Make sure that you are following her on all of the platforms. Great morning speaker. I love Tony Dungy. He's a hell of a coach. Great Dodgeball News Network. I hope to see everybody this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll play some dodgeball, hang out, get stoned, and Turf Wars tonight at 9. Catch that on Sir Copslet's page, Europe's page, and the Cove-TV YouTube. Please make sure you're following everybody on the Cove team from the one and only Sir Copslet. If you missed the rebrand rewatch last night, it was dope. It was I don't know, it's crazy. It's been wild, and I couldn't have a better team and people to do this with. Make sure you're following the one and only Europe Entertainment. Don't miss out on anything he's got going on. Make sure that you get your Europe Boy entry in correctly. And don't miss the Europe Manigans every Sunday morning, 11:13 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're following the one and only Michael Hugo, Man Bear. Come and hang out and watch some Turf Wars. He'll be up on Turf Wars tonight, I believe, and see if the White Tigers go down tonight. Make sure you're following the one and only Kelsey Dabb's Dabber Chick. If you missed the Dabber Chick show, definitely go back and rewatch it. It's great. I fucking love the Dabber Chick show. It is super educational. And you can catch it every Wednesday only on the Dabber Chick page. Make sure you're following the one and only Mad Productions. Don't miss out on any of the music he's got coming out. Don't miss out on any of the shows he's on. And don't miss out on any of the interviews that he's got coming up. Much love, Magic. And I hope you're having a wonderful day at work, brother. Make sure you're following the one and only Cornbread. You can catch her every morning on the morning show. Catch her every week on the Dabber Chick show and on the afternoon show. And whenever she pops around and all over. Take it over to help support Cove-TV. I'll make this possible. Cove-TV is brought to you by viewers like yourself. And I could not do all of this without everybody who helps support the Cove and the Cove-TV subscribers. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful rest of your Thursday. And we'll see everybody this afternoon for some dodgeball. Cheers, everybody. Much love, everybody. Good morning, Cheryl. I don't know if I said good morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, honey. Much love, everybody.
Much love.